The chosen one. Everyone knows who you'll be, except for you. Your future has already been glimpsed. Your name is inscribed in the stars. The flame in the depths of your spirit can no longer hold you back. You may seem to be an average person, yet you possess a power that will rock the centuries. People are watching you. Destiny is waiting for you. It's time to wake up. Remember to take the road you deserve. Right. 777. Because you did not arrive in our planet at random, please leave a remark now. You've got a mission. You've got a light. You have a route to make your mark. Leave your fears behind. Because you are the person this generation has forgotten. But the cosmos did not forget. You are the chosen one. You have passed an unseen barrier. And, although you may not realize the magnitude of your accomplishment, your actions have put in motion a force much larger than the world's ephemeral diversions. While many were preoccupied with short-term gains and fleeting pleasures, your essence was constructing a plan that could not be changed. A great strike that defied the usual flow of events. For many years, the cosmos has guided you with a covert hand. Each interaction, setback, every turn in your journey was preparing you for this one moment. What others termed coincidences were really stepping stones put in your way by destiny. Every day, you pushed through, ignorant that you were connecting with something larger. When everything around you shattered, the moment you changed course remained solid. Chose honesty while others hid behind falsehoods, and created what others would have destroyed. The tides of reality altered in mysterious but strong ways. There are times in life when the universe's effect cannot be recorded or comprehended using traditional methods. But you, in your quiet power, can sense the change in the air, the deep energy of truly embracing who you are. The old you, the person who previously functioned within bounds, has vanished into the past, never to be seen again. You have reached a point that cannot be reversed, a position in which no impediment or enemy may reach you. Your competitors, who are fixated on familiar patterns, are unaware of the change in you. To them, you seem inactive, imprisoned in a lull. However, they misjudged you. The quiet you experience is not resignation. It is a strategy. Every minute of silence is your weapon. Each second you wait with your strength while others hurry, you enable the cosmos to flow through you. And in this silence, your next step is predetermined, put in motion by a power that will carry you to triumph. While the rest of the world seeks to dominate and manipulate, you have tapped into a deeper wisdom, the art of silence. In that stillness, in that moment, you have the ability to alter everything around you. It is not an activity. Fear was the driving force. It's a deliberate quietness. The predator waits, looking for the right moment of alignment. Before striking aggressively, the archer, poised with arrow drawn, waits for the ideal angle. And, like them, you now understand the value of restraint. A force that understands when to act and has the ability to stay poised until that time comes. Your patience, which is sometimes seen as a weakness, is really your greatest virtue. They fail to see that your quiet is not hesitation, but divine accuracy, a movement in the world that corresponds with your every breath. What seems to be a stop in your path is really the preparation for a great transition. The cosmos is putting everything in place, arranging the cosmic pieces in such a manner that your greatest fantasies will soon pale in contrast to what is ahead. You've been waiting for modest steps, but the universe is about to provide huge leaps that will change everything. What seemed to be tragedy or delays were the universe's method of assuring that when your time came, nothing could stand in your way. If you are experiencing an excess of divine love in your heart, now is the moment to share it. You may help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and donating $100 or more. This wonderful gift will affect not just your life, but the souls of countless others via this platform. Each of you has a special role in God's big plan, and your giving will be the result of our prayers. Act now. Share your benefits to honor His kingdom. You were meant to do much bigger things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Growth is never pleasant. It's the tension that precedes the breakthrough. The time when the dirt compresses the seed just before it pushes through. It's the tension before the breakthrough. You've entered a zone of pain because that's where change happens. Every tranquil moment foreshadows your own tremendous entrance. The scene is prepared for your emergence, which will demand respect not through force, but by your very presence as you stand on the verge of your ultimate authority. You recognize that the power you now possess is not something you must demonstrate. It is unshakable and unmistakable. You no longer attempt to pursue after your desires. It's now attracted to you. You have become a magnet, aligned so deeply with your actual purpose that the universe has become your orchestrator, providing you exactly what you need at the right time. Your every word, every action now has an outer ripple effect, causing waves to travel far beyond your immediate surroundings. When you enter a room, the atmosphere alters. It's not about attempting to establish dominance. It's about being so in tune with your true self that your very presence draws attention. You're no longer looking to prove yourself. You just exist, and the world reacts accordingly. Every transition in power generates resistance. However, as you advance, you will encounter forces who aim to derail you. When you reached this level of awareness, the truth became plain. You are a part of a cosmic design that cannot be undone, no matter who tries to silence you. These forces, which aim to sap your energy and put you in a state of bewilderment or opposition, will be rendered ineffectual by your unchanging brightness. Something deep within you knows this. This call to rise, the knowledge that you are a part of something far larger, and the alignment with your ultimate purpose. Everything around you will fall into place. Those who formerly disregarded your potential will be faced with your relentless ascension. Those that oppose you and attempt to persuade you otherwise are grabbing at straws as you go ahead. The diversions they throw at you will only expose their own fear. It is a desperate effort to cling to the past, to preserve old power systems that are no longer relevant in your new world. Stay focused, since their efforts will only help you improve. Your energy is precious. Don't spend time fighting fights that are no longer yours. Stay on track. For every struggle, this is a stepping stone to something far bigger. At this point, you've entered the region of invincible. Everything you believed would stop you has simply served to fuel your climb. What was designed to harm you has now become a platform for your ascent. The exact things that once sought to defeat you are now the ones propelling you ahead. Everything is evolving. Everything in the cosmos has already been aligned for your ultimate benefit. Your greatest accomplishment is not victory over others, but rather the realization of your actual potential. In this moment, you understand that you are not merely entering a new chapter in your life. You're entering a whole new reality, a world in which every impediment is transformed into an opportunity. Every setback is turned into a stepping stone. The forces that previously seemed insurmountable are now only the fuel for your next jump. What formerly held you back has now been changed into a strong springboard that will propel you further than you ever imagined imaginable. The route ahead of you is not without its problems, but they are not impediments. They are the catalysts that will propel you over your prior limits. Every event, twist, and turn is part of the big design. The cosmos has orchestrated this moment for you. And as you stand in this zone of change, you know that all that has come before was required to get you here. You're now running at a new frequency. Your body, mind, and spirit are in harmony with the forces of creation, and you are waking to a power that has always been inside you. This awakening is not a passive experience. It is an active and dynamic process of becoming. You are losing old layers of yourself and embracing a new identity that is completely aligned with your ultimate potential. This is the point at which everything you've ever imagined becomes a reality, where the cosmos begins to fulfill its promises. What was once unseen is now becoming obvious. You are not just undergoing a transition, you are the transformation. Remember that you are not on this path alone. You are a part of a larger cosmic design that extends well beyond your current knowledge. Every action you take has an impact on people's lives and events that you may not be aware of. Your position in this cosmic play is vital, and the cosmos has given you the ability to alter everything. You are a vessel for this change, and as you accept it, you will enter a world in which miracles are no longer unusual. They represent the new normal. Accept the pain, uncertainty, and adjustments that are ahead. These are not indicative of failure. They are indicators of growth. Each struggle, barrier, and moment of resistance just prepares you for the greatness that is already emerging. You are not just entering a new chapter of life. You are entering an entirely new life. The voyage ahead is more than simply a personal achievement. It is a win for everything you are supposed to become. Your moment has arrived. The diversions surrounding you are nothing more than echoes of a former world that can't keep up with your progress. Those who formerly depended on your uncertainty now struggle to keep onto a reality that no longer benefits them. As they try to instill doubt in you, questioning your route, choices, and perspective, remember that those who have never made the steps you have can only watch from below. Their remarks have no weight. The ultimate difficulty facing you is not showing your value to others, but rather developing the insight to recognize what no longer deserves your time or energy. You've grown more selective in your attention, and your energy is now saved for what coincides with your greater mission. Don't waste anything. You've set yourself up for an unstoppable win. However, sustaining this speed demands prudence. Not every distraction demands attention, and not every challenge requires a reaction. The impulse to participate in old fights or outmoded views may seem appealing, but they are really the dying breaths of a vanishing reality. The opposing forces have exhausted all their possibilities. You are not seeing a power struggle right now. It's the end of everything that used to confine you. Their efforts to intervene are unsuccessful since their power is no longer applicable to the new energy. You've walked into something meant to break you, has already failed. Every failure and effort to derail your path has served as the basis for your progress. The hurdles before you were never intended to imprison you. They were catalysts for your growth. Each hardship and failure has served as a furnace in which you have formed a strength that no one can grasp. What seemed to be a hindrance has become a source of motivation. All of their schemes to limit your potential have failed. Their machinations dissolve like sand under rain. There is no struggle to fight anymore. What you're feeling right now is the realization of how helpless the resistance was in the face of your genuine nature. The universe does not ask permission before elevating those destined for greatness. It merely eliminates the barriers in their way. As the final vestiges of resistance fade away, hold fast to this awareness. Those who opposed you were unaware that their opponents did not support you. It was with the whole cosmos. What comes ahead is a significant personal triumph. The world is seeing the unstoppable power of your rise. Prepare for attention that will seem unusual, perhaps overpowering at times. This is not a random occurrence. This is the universe's way of bringing your tale to light. Your path, hardships, and rise are not intended to be concealed. They are intended to encourage others. The world will view you not as an individual striving for personal achievement, but as a shining example of what is possible when someone refuses to be little. Those who previously neglected you will find their focus fixated on you, unable to turn away as your destiny develops. Your climb is not for the purpose of fame, but for the sake of the lives you are meant to impact. The objective of your trip is larger than any personal recognition. It's about fulfilling a greater purpose while completely embracing your power. Recognize that your exposure is a direct indication of how many lives you're supposed to change and how many hearts you're meant to open. The same global forces that guided you along this road are now aligning everything to increase your impact. This is not about ego. Everything boils down to achieving the goal. You were born for this. Your next power move is to remain silent and allow your outcomes to speak for themselves. Just like a strategist does not expose their intentions to the adversary, your future moves must be kept concealed until the proper moment. Protect your objectives with uncompromising discipline. Before you can say anything, your actions must speak. You've learned the value of stillness, of allowing the rewards of your labor show themselves rather than revealing them too soon. Keep your plans to yourself. You safeguard the energy required to achieve their success. Let them marvel how you accomplished so much without their knowledge. The world will eventually catch up, but by then, the game will be done. The most powerful acts are not those we plan ahead of time, but those carried out with such mastery that the outcome seems predetermined. Your quiet represents strength rather than concealment. It is not a denial of purpose, but a statement of a higher command. You now answer solely to the bigger powers of the cosmos, and nothing, whether from inside or beyond this world, can change the path that has already been set for you. The position you hold is unshakable. This moment, once fully comprehended, cannot be undone. You have achieved not just a win, but a deep alteration in your own being, one that will reverberate across all dimensions. The obstacles that formerly stood before you are no longer mere apertures. They have evolved into broad, untrodden routes that take you to previously inconceivable destinations. The limits that formerly governed your world have vanished, like the fog that dissipates with the dawn of fresh light. This isn't just a triumph. It is the universe's tacit recognition, a divine mandate inscribed into the fabric of your being. Everything that formerly held you back is suddenly made impotent as the course of your life changes due to rules that no longer conform to old restrictions. You're entering a world of limitless possibilities, free from the weight of previous restraints. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace come upon you today. I'm here to remind you of a fundamental fact. Our existence is based on God's divine purpose and is unaffected by worldly worries. According to the Bible, everything is done with faith will be returned to God with great blessing. Luke, like the enormous oak tree, our roots are profoundly embedded in God's global truth. His power secures every stride and every stance we take. And now you have the chance to be a part of that gift. When you utilize the super thank you button and contribute $200, our movement will give you a 100-fold return. You've moved beyond the usual calendar of foreseeable events and into a place where the unexpected is no longer surprising. It is the new standard. The identity you formerly had is no longer relevant. The self you are meant to be is now completely realized. What lies ahead may not always be easy, but these obstacles will no longer keep you back. They will provide the fuel for your continuous growth. Every adversity is now transformed into an opportunity. Every apparent defeat becomes the foundation for your next win in this new universe. Every experience, past, present, and future, fuels your insatiable urge to improve, propelling you even higher. What is waking in you now goes far beyond the normal development of the human spirit. It is the stirrings of old, untapped powers sleeping inside your own cells, waiting for the right time to awaken throughout civilizations. This untapped potential had been predicted, a power inside you that can only be activated under certain situations. And these circumstances have come. Your body feels different right now because it's changing, adapting to new frequencies. Your mind is digesting information at an unparalleled velocity, gaining insight from previously closed realms. Your intuition sharpens, pointing you to acts and realities that are beyond the usual. What you're seeing right now isn't random. This is confirmation. These synchronicities are not coincidences, but rather the universe's method of demonstrating that you are in tune with powers much beyond your particular comprehension. The indications around you are like breadcrumbs, softly bringing you further into areas you previously considered unattainable. However, with these increased talents comes responsibility. These talents must be fostered, acknowledged, and used with care. You have been given the ability to alter reality because something deep inside you has shown that you are worthy of such confidence. Be aware that the universe only gives such talents to those who are willing to utilize them for a greater cause. The discomfort you experience on sometimes is not a burden, but rather a sign that you are growing into a new version of yourself. The strain of this change might be overpowering at times, but it is important to reset your being to higher frequencies. Your quest is no longer only about personal elevation. It is about a bigger global tale in which your contributions to your progress ripple outward, impacting events and people you may never meet. Your change has far-reaching consequences that will shape the future in ways you cannot yet perceive. This moment is important for more than just you. It will reverberate throughout centuries. The sense of responsibility you sometimes feel is not a punishment, but rather a testimonial to the importance of your work. You have been selected to carry the energy and insights that will lead mankind to its next big leap. However, this duty is not about hardship. It's about allowing oneself to be a conduit for higher intellect. Your goal is not to have all the answers, but to remain in sync with the global flow that has led you here. You are both little in human form and limitless in your connection to the universe, embodying the duality that gives you genuine power. Humble enough to develop, but large enough to encompass the cosmos. When you reflect on the twists and turns of your trip, what looked to be random occurrences are now revealed to be part of a perfect divine plan. The people you met, the situations that seemed to slow you down, the experiences that seemed to derail you. Each was required to lead you to this precise moment. Your life has been like a brilliantly crafted symphony, with each note, pause, and crescendo meticulously arranged. The cosmos, in all its magnificence, has meticulously charted your destiny, just as it does the motions of the stars. Nothing about your path was random. Everything was in perfect harmony. Did you really think your trip was random? When everything around you operates in such perfect harmony, the exquisite design of your existence is apparent. Each step, each obstacle, each triumph. Part of a bigger pattern that began long before your birth. You are not separated from the stars. You participate in the same cosmic dance. The intellect that organizes galaxies has guided you through every step, choice, and experience. Even what you formerly considered faults were important elements of your tale, vital angles in the grand geometry of your life's unfolding. Everything has brought you to this precise moment of divine union. Pause for a minute. Allow the weight of your adventure to seep in. The fights you've fought, the work you've put out. It's easy to forget that the moment you've been striving for has finally come. The breakthrough you've hoped for isn't a faraway dream. It is the exact ground you are standing on now. This isn't about daydreaming or picturing the future. It is about accepting the reality that already exists. The cosmos does not conform to your wants. It reacts to your soul. And at this moment, you embody that essence. Aligning with cosmic energies via sincerity rather than force or manipulation puts you in accordance with the same rules that have fashioned reality itself. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a $100 payment or more, you may help him carry out his plan and become a part of this heavenly mission. Every contribution symbolizes God's generosity, and I think it will return to you enormously, far above your expectations. Remember that his protection and blessing are with you at all times, including your donations. You become a part of his divine plan. You are a powerful, dazzling entity, as solid as the massive rock that saw God's marvels. Feel the rewards of your kindness in your spirit, and light up the world with confidence and bravery. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord lead you. When you become aware of the truth about your existing situation, everything changes. You discover a new vigor inside yourself. And when that energy evolves, the world around you starts to shape itself to reflect your inner metamorphosis. The impossible becomes only a stepping stone, and the restrictions you previously believed existed are suddenly unimportant. Stand steadfast in this moment. Feel the firm earth below you. It is no longer the beginning of a trip, but rather a strong foundation for all that follows. This shift in awareness represents an unchanging, bold turning point in your life. Everything before was only preparation. Everything that follows will reveal your full potential. The past is gone, and the future is now within your reach. The triumph you are currently experiencing is yours forever. It's not a gift. It's the product of your determination, vision, and resolve to accept anything less than your entire potential. As you stand at this time, you know without a doubt that you are exactly where you should be. This is neither a coincidence or a stroke of luck. It's divinely designed. It represents the conclusion of your dedication to your higher mission. What you've accomplished is permanent, and the world you know is no longer the same. Step ahead with clarity, since the road to ultimate greatness has always led you here. Your adventure has now concluded. Allow yourself to truly experience it. The world is waiting for the next chapter to begin.